Today we're at Blake School and we're here to And we're back at Blake School with students from 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. So we talked about rounding numbers last time, place value, and things like that. Now we're going to talk about number patterns. What are any number patterns that you can think of?
70, right?
So patterns where it follows. So if I go 2, 4, 6, 8, what am I doing?
You're following the same number each time. You add 2 to each number.
Right, I'm just adding 2, right? It's a number pattern. I'm adding 2. They're also even numbers, right? 2, 4, 6, 8. What are some other patterns?
3, 6, 9, 12, 15.
There you go. It's just like multiplication tables, right? Those are all patterns. What are some other patterns that aren't so simple or easy? Can you think of any patterns that would be a little bit different?
1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32.
There you go. Perfect. And what are you doing with that pattern? So go ahead, say it again. You guys write this down. So say your pattern again. So you started off with 1.
1, 2, 4, 8, 16.
Okay, so stop there. So you have 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. Now that's a little different, isn't it?
Because you're
Doubling it
each
each
time.
You're doubling it each time, right?
We're multiplying it by 2.
Multiplying it by 2, right? Taking whatever the previous number was, multiplying it by 2. How about this one? See if you guys have ever heard of this pattern. Go ahead and write this down. We'll go 1, 4, 9, 16. Do you have any idea what that pattern might be?
Dividing maybe?
Because the numbers are increasing in size as we go. What kind of pattern do you see? So we went from 1 to 4. You could either say,
3, 5, 7, and it's all odd numbers.
okay, so they're increasing first by 3, then by 5, then by 7. So what would the next one be increased by?
By 9.
By 9. So add 9 to the last number and see what you get. So you have 16 and you add 9, what do you have?
25.
25. Have you heard of square numbers? Where if you have an exponent to the second power, right? If you have 1 squared, that means 1 times 1, right? What's 2 squared?
4,
4. What's 3 squared?
9,
What's 4 squared?
16.
Do you see what those numbers are? They're the same numbers, right? So what's 5 squared? 5 times 5? 25, right? So those are square numbers, all right? So what I'd like you to do is, on your paper, come up with 4 numbers, okay? Make a pattern. It can be any kind of pattern you want, but don't do like 2, 4, 6, 8, right? Or 1, 3, 5, 7, because those are easy patterns that people can look at really quick, okay? So you think of a pattern. You can start with any number you want, and then you could go like, all right, well, I'm going to take this number and I'm going to divide by 2 and add 2. And then I'm going to take the next number, I'm going to divide that by 2 and add 2. You guys see what I'm saying? Try to make kind of an unusual pattern. All right, go. Who has 2 numbers down so far? You've got 2 numbers? You've got 2 numbers? All right. So let's see if we can figure out. And what's your name again?
Ellie.
Ellie? All right. So Ellie, what are your first 2 numbers?
1 and 8.
1 and 8. So what could possibly be going on? She could be doing what? Could she be adding something?
I'm not, but I could be.
Well, it could be adding 7, right? Or she could be multiplying by 8. So there's 2 different things. Do we know definitely what her pattern is yet? Because it could be 2 different things so far, right? So what's the next number?
I don't have that one yet. Well, my first 2 numbers are 1 and 8. So
Okay.
I have to get my third number.
So you know what your pattern is in your head, what you're trying to do?
Sort of.
All right, so we'll let the kids at Blake School, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, continue working on their patterns and see what they come up with.